Welcome to Arifur Rahman's channel. Today we are going to have a demonstration of the new Bosch lawn mower. My very trusty old lawn mower is now getting old and I wanted to upgrade to a wireless battery operated lawn mower. Our London-based Costco recently had a very good offer, so I went ahead and bought this quite expensive Bosch advanced level 36 volt lawnmower. So before we actually go to the unboxing section, let's have a quick look at the Bosch website. This is made in Germany and actually at least designed in Germany, and I think made in China or somewhere. I haven't actually checked. This particular model I'm looking at is called 36850. So this is denoting that it is a 36 volt battery operated model. And if we click on this, we can have a look on two different angles. And we're gonna see a bit more in detail, but the product looks like this when it's fully assembled and fully kind of opened up. But this has got really good storage capacity as well, because I've realized that my previous lawnmower, although it was a Bosch, but the handles did not actually go folding, so that I couldn't actually put it somewhere tidy. And also, if I needed to take it in my car somewhere else with a friend or something, it was really difficult. So what I had to do is just leave it outside. I couldn't even stow it away in any kind of shed. So the benefits of this is you can see on the right hand side, Pro Silence reduced. So if you are mowing the lawn very early in the morning and you've got neighbors who are kind of complaining type, you will benefit from this battery operated, because battery, as you know, runs on DC motors, and it doesn't need electricity from using a main line. That means the noise of the motor is very limited, and it's almost quite quiet. And that's why you can see at in the body it says Pro Silence, and that's one of the key feature of this particular model. The other thing is the grass cutting level can be actually adjusted from 25 millimeter to 80 millimeter. So those who are from America, you will see 25 millimeters is roughly 1 inch. That means it can go as low as 1 inch. I mean, just keeping 1 inch of grass on your lawn is very I don't know who keeps it 1 inch, to be honest. Maybe you have an ornamental lawn and you may need that, but I usually keep it at mine 50 mil or around that height. It's also got leaf collect. So in autumn time, if you got lots of trees around your garden, a lot of trees leaves will fall, and collecting them and putting them away is a pain. Bosch always had this feature in those blades. They're like curved a little bit, so when it spins, even if you're not cutting any grass, if you just go over the fallen leaf, they will actually collect your leaves in the box, and you can just dispose them or just collect them. That's a great feature. And also the important thing, this talks about height adjustable Ergo slide handle. So you see these handles in here, this particular height. So if you're standing next to it, this particular height of the handle is actually adjustable, and I'll show you in the actual video when we do the unboxing. So going down in the descriptions, you can see that highly comfortable, and the benefits it's talking about is very, very silent, reduces the sound. The biggest benefit for me, at least, was that I wanted to be free of cords, because if you're doing a run in your lawn and you wanted to do stripes, go up and then down, every time you're coming back, the stupid cable is on your way. So you have to actually stop the lawnmower and then move it away, because trust me, I have cut my blade cord at least once, and high powered, 100 to 240 volt electric cable cutting by a metal blade is not really the most safest thing. So getting rid of cable is the best thing you can have. Now it's saying that it can master of all types of application, and being this is a advanced level Rotak, because there are different levels as well, because the 36-volt range actually comes in different shapes and sizes. 850 is the top of the range. I don't think there is anything above it. There are 550, 560. I think even there is a city version which is really small and tiny. But if you don't have a big lawn, there is no point buying this heavy machinery. But I happened to had a good deal from Costco, so I went ahead and bought this. So this website actually tells you all the description. It's pro silence, and this particular button here, and I'll show you later on as well. This particular button here, actually, if you just push it down, it goes up and down, and it's really nice and comfy feature. The box itself, this is the first time I'm seeing on a Bosch you have this amazing foldable, grass box. My previous one was pretty bulky, made of plastic, and you could not actually fold it down. And now, once you fold the actual handles down and then also the grass box on top of it, the whole storage capacity goes really small, and that's a very good feature in my opinion. And also on the left you can see here that the grass cutting blade goes all the way to the edge of the lawn, which is really good. If you got high fence really next to the grass, then it will not leave anything behind. At least in theory. I haven't tested it. I'm lucky because my lawn actually has got path around it, so I don't actually have to worry about this particular feature, but it's good to know. You may want this. Technical data, you can always go and check on your website, but it's lithium-ion battery, 36 volt, and the battery that comes with the package, you can buy extra batteries, but 6 amp hour is pretty big. Especially my lawn is, I think, around 150 square meter. This particular one can go, as you can see, cover for one battery. It can go 850 square meter. So you would have to have a really big lawn to actually exhaust the whole battery in one go. So the reason I went for also the battery operated, because I want to mow my lawn almost every day, because I've been told if you mow your lawn daily, apparently the grass goes towards the side. It doesn't go up that way. That means it actually results in a more lush lawn. It takes like 185 minutes. Who cares? Just plug it in, leave it overnight. It will charge eventually, because it's 6 amp hour. It takes a lot of time to actually charge those batteries. 17 kilo, but I've lifted it with one hand. It's not a problem at all. The only downside, in my opinion, although you can't call it a downside, this is a rotary blade mower. Some people prefers the scissors type, the roller blade mowers. I wanted one. There's a thing called Allet mowers made in United Kingdom, really good ones, but I could not afford it. Those are like 1,200, 1,700 pounds, and for a lawn and for a hobby, I don't think I can't afford this. But some people actually takes that leap and spends the money to buy an Allet mower. They also come in a battery operated version. I don't know if they're 32 volt, but so it can store like 50 liters capacity of cut grass, and it's really good. There are like different parts you can actually buy. You can buy a 4 amp hour, 2 amp hour battery. You can actually buy additional blades as well. There is a 42 centimeter or 46 centimeter bell. I have no idea what this multi-mulch is for. AdvancedRotak is for what? Mulching accessory, enable you to cut and nourish your lawn. Okay, so because the AdvancedRotak is actually a collect type lawnmower, that means the grass box at the back will collect your cut grasses. So some people may prefer to leave the grass on the ground so that those goes back into the soil eventually. Then because without the grass box connected, there is a flap actually puts it down. That means even if you don't have the box, the lawnmower is trying to actually throw the cut grass out, and it's going to cause a bit of a problem. So for that, I think you will need to buy this so that the flap door is actually open, which I don't like to leave the grasses on the floor because I nourish my lawn. We're using feed and stuff, and the problem with leaving the grass on the ground is that because I've got a really kind of good looking overall backyard, so if I leave the cut grasses, they're dry and then they eventually fly off, etc. It's just not a nice looking cut, so I usually collect them and dispose my cut grasses. So there you go. Let's go and open up the box. See you in a second. So this is how it looks at this moment. The box is set on a little bit of a platform. It's quite nice box, quite big. Although the overall weight is, I don't think more than say 20 kilos. You should be able to lift it up quite nicely. These box inscriptions: lithium-ion batteries, height can be adjusted. We've already talked about this. Ergo side handle, that's how you fold it up and down. Leaf collector we talked about, and also the foldable grass box. So it does look like it's actually made in Hungary. This is the top view, and that's the model. You can see 36850. Let's open the box. Just be careful, you know, when you're cutting the knives, don't cut anything inside. The box is actually sealed using some sort of a warranty sticker. If you tear the warranty box, that means, you know, it has been opened before. So your box should be kind of intact, unless you bought a used item or open box item. So the first packet that's inside there is actually the also it comes in a sealed box. As you can see, the box seal you need to cut first before opening. This is actually the charger unit, and it's quite chunky, and you need to have a bit of a space in there. Unfortunately, this cannot be wall mounted, and I tried to look for a wall mounting option. It's not there. Then we're opening the battery itself, quite hefty, and it's got these markings because it's got lithium ion inside. It's quite dangerous, and you're not supposed to actually, you know, carry it in certain vehicles, for example, in aircraft, and just be careful about that. And the battery is quite chunky. It's got its own, you see those red bits, those are actually heat sink. That means if the battery is heated, those metal heat sinks will radiate the heat. It's 36 volt, and there is a little bit of a red button you can press to see how much battery juice is actually inside left. And if it's got just 1 bar, that means this battery is not fully charged, so I better charge it beforehand. Okay, so we're looking at how actually we plug it in. So there is the 3 metal prongs, and it aligns really nicely with the battery itself, and you know, it stays in there without actually falling off. Obviously, you're supposed to put it in a flat surface before you actually do anything about it. Now we are taking the grass box out. I'm not actually editing this video at all. This is how it was recorded, and I'm looking at it with you for the first time. So at 50 liters of capacity, as you can see, I think there is a little bit of indicator how much the grass box is full on the side, and it's quite neat, I would say. Those side things are actually used for collapsing it. And this is a handle, so in case you are tipping the grass in a bin, that handle actually helps to get rid of all the loose grasses from inside the box. And that's how you fold it back in. Pretty neat. It literally folds it in its own self. Now the main attraction, the lawnmower itself. We are lifting it out. It is quite big, so we need to obviously make some room here. Just be careful about paper cut. I almost had a paper cut when holding that box like that. Right, it was a bit chilly. As you can see, I'm making some early preparations. As you can see, lifting it out from the box is very easy, so it's not heavy at all. Comes with some manual, printed manual. Obviously, these manuals are also available in the internet in case you lose them. You know, don't despair. So I'm just creating a little platform for my camera to kind of look at, and there it is. It's very nicely folded, and we're gonna start looking at different areas and aspects of the item. So that's how it looks from the side. Quite nice and slick design, I should say. It kind of reminds me of a supercar for some reason. You know, this contour design. Obviously, on an advanced, expensive equipment, you would expect a little bit of you know, money spent by Bosch to make it look pretty. Now, we're gonna start actually fiddling with the but before we do that, we're just looking at it from close distance. Is 46 centimeter the diameter of the blade that it cuts. This is quite wide strip. I think the widest I have seen. My previous lawnmower actually was 43 centimeter. So pretty nice looking. And that's how it folds. As soon as you lift it, you'll see that those locking mechanism, those notches actually locks it down with the body. That means as soon as it goes in, it's not coming out anymore. So to lift it, you have to actually click on those, you know, unlock latches, push it down, and then it'll come off. I'll show you in a second. And that's a definition AdvancedRotak 36-850. It's very, very quiet actually. You know, my previous lawnmower was above 100 decibel. So this one is like only 88 decibel or something. And this is the clip that we use to actually lift it up and down, the reduce and, you know, increase the height of the item. Now, look at this. Just one hand operation. If you need to lift it up and down, really nice, I have to say. Really nice. This is how the rotary blade looks like at this moment. Obviously, be careful of the sharp blades. I tried to actually fiddle with this if I can, but you know, it's not possible that way. I have to say it's a shame that the stripe maker, you know, the roller is actually not that great. It's very tiny, so I'm not sure how he's going to do the striping though. So anyways, looking at the front, we're gonna try to fiddle with the battery now. Nicely protected front, shiny cover. I have no idea why it's shiny, but there is a little bit of a notch at the back. I think I'm gonna find out that this is to do with losing the battery or engaging the battery. Sometimes you can disengage the battery using that. And that's how you slide the battery in. There is a rail system. So if you take the battery, the side rails, you have to put it upside down and push the battery in, and that's it. You know, as simple as that. Just clips in and out, clips in and out. There is a front latch. You just push it down and it gets released. Obviously, I'm a bit, I should say, abrasive because, you know, I think I should be handling it a bit more carefully. But I just want to see the operation, because when you're actually doing a lot of work, you need to be kind of agile and be able to do a lot of work quite rapidly. So you need to understand how it works, you know, not to agitate or, you know, aggravate yourself. That's it. Taken out. Now I plugged it in just to show how, when it's charging, how it looks. I'm assuming when the charging is finished, it's gonna look steady. Now this is the sliding handle up and down, so you can adjust the height. So in case, for example, you're mowing the lawn, I'm 5'11", but if my wife is doing it or someone else who's at the shorter height, they might want to adjust the handle to make sure that this is like more comfortable. to their own height, and it's very easily possible. It was never possible before in my previous Ergo Flex 430. And that's how you unlatch it to store it. Very simple operation, as long as you know how to do it. Very easy to do. And you can see that this is how it stores. Quite nice and neat operation. We're gonna look at, I think, the box now, as in the grass box, how to fit it. I'm just running around like a headless chicken to get the grass box. So the grass box has got this interesting thing. I think it's an indicator. I'll find out later on what is this do, but it could just be an indicator of. So you first make sure this is open and kind of locked, and then lift the flap, and there is bit of a latch, and you just latch it. That's it, as simple as that. Obviously don't worry about the back kind of sticking out, because as soon as grass gets in, it will weigh itself down automatically, and it'll counterbalance itself. So all in all, pretty nice. That's how it looks from the distance. Modern design, obviously if you're spending a lot of money, you better expect some sort of glamour associated with it. And you can see it's lifting it very easy. It's not heavy at all, contrary to some of the petrol operated mowers, which are extremely heavy. It's not even recommended to lift them up at all. So that's how it looks when it's on the ground. I would say the front and rear wheels are same diameter, which is different to my previous Ergo Flex 430. I don't think those wheels are that bad. They must be quite nice and sturdy. So you just forward and backward. You can adjust the height. As you can see, the highest it goes, there is this electric cable that's actually and the interesting thing is that's how it goes up and down. And the minimum, obviously, you need to push it down to click it, and you just bring it down a little bit for adjustment. I was just testing what is my current height, what height I would like to work it on. Not bad at all, and it's quite sturdy. It doesn't slide off when you're working. It needs to lock. Obviously, there are like 4 different levels, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you need to lock it to that right level that you are comfortable with. Now we're going to store it. So this is how it locks automatically. You don't have to worry about locking, and we're just unlocking it and latching it and putting it down, and then the grass box kind of sits on top of it. Obviously you need to very easily collapse it, and that's it. That's your storage capacity. It literally goes back inside that box. So if you have a space of that box size, this lawnmower will fit in there. Thank you for watching this quite lengthy unboxing video. Once I do some cutting, I will come back with another video to show how it actually cuts and what are the quirkiness, and my maybe 1 month, 2 month review. Right now it's actually March, mid-March or early March in UK 2021. It's not yet at a good time to actually do a demonstration, because the grasses haven't actually started growing vigorously. So maybe early April, mid-April, we'll do another proper video and come back with some review of this. Until then, stay tuned. Please do subscribe, like and comment. I'm sure this was a long video. I'm sorry about that. If you do like me to review other stuff or things that you are interested in, please do let me know, and catch you later. Thank you.